Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, ladies and gents. Good morning, good afternoon, as always. Very good evening. How are we? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome, welcome to another London session. Well, I had a sell limit order set for a lot of that bullish candle. Obviously, it's not tapped in, so I'm just going to remove that just now on GJ. GJ in a free fall at the moment. I think there's a bit of yen strength coupled with some USD strength at the moment. So most of the majors are coming down. Anything against the yen seems to be coming down at the moment as well. So in a bit of a pullback phase. GJ is melting. Wow, it's really melting at the moment. It's made a massive move today. Back at this support now, so we'll do the analysis. Obviously, we'll see what we can come up with moving forward. Not gonna be easy selling it right now though. It's already made a massive push. But all right, so as always guys, if anyone has questions, please feel free to send those in. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you have charts, that'll be much appreciated. I'm not getting much charts in lately. Not sure what's happened to a few of the OGs who have been around since the beginning. They're not here. Might have to message them, see what's going on. But nonetheless, we've been killing it, and that's the focus. As long as we keep doing the same thing day in, day out, the results will follow with the stream and away from the stream as well. So I appreciate those of you who are here right now. Just need to organize myself on my own quickly. All right, ready to go. So looking at GJ, as we normally do, we start with GJ, looking at the weekly candle. And what have we got here? So it's finally, it's flipped back bearish. Like I said, guys, seeing it had a high, low, high to the previous. If it was to flip back bearish, break its own low, the high probability at that point there, it's going to actually make a decent move to the downside. Coupled with now the daily counter probabilities to the downside. Finally got a bearish candle on the previous daily. Look at the current daily candle, forming a very strong bearish candle. Yes, it has no upper wick. No, it does not necessarily need to pull back to create one. You guys know exactly how I feel about that. Any pullbacks within the current daily candle, looking to see where we form resistance on the way down. And if we are to continue bearish, we should respect those levels of resistance and continue to downside, potentially creating lower lows. That so far is what we have done throughout the day. We create some lower highs, lower lows. I mean, stranger things have happened. I don't think we're coming up to make an upper wick though, but who knows? We'll see. Obviously, we'll know that tomorrow, won't we? But so bullish still structurally on the daily time frame, but we obviously have some very strong candles now creating that pullback out of support here to the left hand side. Quite evident on the 4 hour where we're at. We're at a very strong level of support, and we have flipped structure bearish here on the 4 hour. So we've got the daily as bullish, we've got the weekly as bearish, and we've just flipped the 4 hour bearish today. So the bias is going to be to the downside just based off that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark in the most recent support that we have broken. I just want to see if we've retested it. If not, there is a high probability at some point we will, and that could provide for potential sell options from that level. I'm also going to mark in the support to the downside. I'm going to adjust it once I go down to the M30. As we can see, we're currently tapping into a 4 hour support. So we're bearish at support below it. Looks like we might have some clean traffic yet again. So onto the 30-minute time frame, and now let's adjust this a little bit. Just going to do something like that. Yeah, bit of a tricky one actually. Yeah, I'm just going to do that, guys. So knowing that we're actually tapping into this area here, which is a 4 hour level, so we could bounce off that right now, but my bias right now will be to look for sells. It's just a matter of whereabouts. So obviously we've broken that previous support. I can now just adjust this a little bit. All right, we have not yet tapped into it, not even on 15. So there we go. So what I want to see now for GJ is I want it to pull back. If I was to sell it, I'm not going to sell it at the 4 hour level of support that we're currently tapping into. In anticipation, it's going to head down to 199 flat. Yes, it could do it, but I don't feel comfortable selling it after such a push. I'd rather wait for it to pull back, retest this 199.650 to 199.70, which is not yet done so. Look for resistance to form and look for my confirmations to potentially sell it back down in line with the strength of the daily, in line with the strength of the weekly candle. Now for the buy options, seeing we've formed this resistance, which is lines up with the level where the 30-minute structure will flip back bullish. At this stage, this is going to be the confirmation I'm going to need to see in order to look for a buy, unless we bounce off this support. But first of all, if we pop back above this 199.70, his previous support on the 4 hour, so we retest it and let's pop above it. Not going to buy it into this resistance, likely not going to bother because we're running straight into another resistance, 199.80, and then also we've got the structure flip at that 190 at that 200 level. So for me, I'm just gonna have to wait for price to pop back above it, flip the structure bullish in the M30. Any pullback to below that level, I can look to sell it. I just want to keep this level marked in, otherwise, because we've not yet retested it, otherwise I would have just removed this level and probably marked in one just there. But for the time being, I'm going to be looking for sells on a pullback to that previous level of support that we've just broken. Sells from higher up. Now, seeing we are pushing ever so further into this 4 hour zone right now, close to the lows of it, I am to look for a buy. It's in a heavy downtrend right now, so there is nothing to suggest we're going to make a pullback. Every little pullback we've made within the current daily candle has just been erased by another impulse to the downside. So what will give me the confidence to buy it from these lows is want to see proper structure form, not just a bullish candle, not just a little bit of consolidation with a closure above it. You're fighting against a very strong weekly candle, which is flipped bearish at the moment. You're fighting against a very strong daily candle, which is forming obviously to the downside. So when I see formation as is within price action, I'm not as keen to buy it. Yes, you want to buy it low, but I just don't trust that it's going to make a deeper pullback without seeing further confirmation of a bit of structure forming at these lows. So potential buys, but it has to be really has to form in a really in a way that I want it to form. Tick the box. I'm going to be really strict with it, is what I suppose I'm trying to say. If I was to look for a potential buy, sells lower down, yeah, not really interested right now. So that's the plan moving forward on GJ. Remember guys, last Friday I learned a lesson trying to buy it against what was a very strong bearish candle. So today it's a very strong bearish candle. I am going to just patiently wait for my sell option unless a really nice buy option presents later on. Gold, I will get to it. I'm onto it now guys. Also in a bit of a pullback phase, making moves, all good. So we've broken the current weekly count. Look, what did I say guys, start of the week? Sorry I keep harping on about it, but that level was what I had marked in as the level that we could potentially pull back to. It's just below the 50% of that previous weekly candle, the strength of that previous weekly bearish candle. We've tapped into it. Look what we've now done. We've come back down to break the low of the previous weekly candle, or we've tapped into the low of the previous weekly candle. And there's a high probability we will continue to the downside right now. So looking at the gold, so current weekly has now flipped bearish, has just broken low of the previous bar, looks at it. So there is potential for it to come down towards that 23 flat, 2300 flat based off the weekly time frame. Daily also that way, we've just broken those lows. Next stop in the daily is around at 23.08 to 23.10 sort of level. We have counter probabilities to the downside. We do have structure to the upside, but what we have done is just formed a lower high within the micro trend, and then now we are attempting to break the support. Next support is that 2,310 to 308 sort of level. So having said that, daily has no need to pull back and break its own high for us to continue bearish, so we'll just mark that in and we'll see what that looks like once we go down to the 4 hour and M30. All right, back to the 4 hour. Just gonna actually, I'm gonna remove that. It's too far away for the time being. I'm gonna drag that down. So just above the current daily's high, we've got some more resistance here to the left. I'm gonna mark in the support that we're attempting to break right now. And I'm going to mark in a level of support below that level. I'm marking the lows for the time being. So the 4-hour structure is bearish. So we've got the weekly bearish, we've got the 4-hour bearish. We've got counter probabilities to the downside on the higher time frame on the daily. 30-minute structure is bearish. The bias is bearish now on gold. And so what I want to see is I want to see price respect the current daily candles high. If we are to do so, the high probability will continue to the downside. If we begin to break above the current daily candles high, then we're likely going to pull back further, retest 23.44 roughly. So at that point now I can look for my potential buy options above that level. Unless we create a lower low here, we're flipping structure a little bit below that, but you're not going to buy it into that resistance nonetheless. So buys above that current daily high. That's at this stage the only buy option. All right, as for the sells, obviously if we do pull back only to reject that level, I'd be looking to sell from the resistance. Now sells below the low, we've got some pretty clean traffic to the left. So what I want to see now is, have we paused at all? So we've come from basically just below the current daily candles high. I want to see a bit of a pause. I'd like to see maybe a 15-minute candle closing back bullish. I need to see something because we've already made quite a significant push. So something like that, closure below, tap in, a little bit of support forming maybe on the 15. Let's measure it just to see how far we've come from. It's already 100 pips. Yes, it's gold. Yes, it can make the moves. Yes, we're coming to a high time volume. Do I feel comfortable though? I'd rather see a little bit of consolidation just here. Some sort of the buyers to step in to create some sort of minor pullback or pause. And then if we were to continue bullish, you should respect that little pause and head back up. That gives me options to sell once we pop below it. So not going to impulse sell gold after it's already pushed 100 pips. I'd rather wait to see something present which will make me feel more comfortable. And this rate, that's waiting for a little bit of a pause on the 15 or something. I'd rather just let it go for the time being. So sells below, because there's going to be options either way, guys. We're into some pretty clean traffic below. Don't always have to get involved on the first move. So there is likely going to be options moving forward either way. And that is gold. That's probably a nice option just there. To be honest, I wasn't on the chart for it. I did the analysis, which I sent into the Discord group, but I wasn't even looking at trading at that point. It's still too early for me to look to trade, but that would have been a nice entry. You got some weak support. You've got 30-minute doji on that bullish candle. That would have been a really nice entry. So hopefully some of you might be in it. Yeah, so that's gold preference right now. So sells below that level. I know some of you are probably thinking, oh shit, I want to buy, I want to sell it, I want to sell it, I want to sell it. Just chill out. It's early. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time to find a trade, guys. How often of late do we sit here, we wait patiently, we've got the trade literally right at the depth of the stream, right when I'm about to call it. So we have no idea when it'll present. As long as we wait patiently, we know there's going to be a good chance that we will get an option to look for our trade opportunity. In the meantime, guys, let's look at GU. The majors are all melting as well. Not sure what's going on. What's with the news today? It's a bit later on GDP, obviously. Unless it's just in anticipation of what might come from that. I mean, the forecast is for negative. I mean, not negative, but to go to less than the previous. So that would suggest it's, you know, bad for US dollar. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but it is what it is. I'll focus on what I know best, and that is the analysis, the TA. So let's look at GU, and weekly is very similar to GJ. Wow, this thing is shitting the bed right now, isn't it? And this could just break below the previous weekly and off to the races it goes. It has a higher low, higher high, is approaching that previous weekly candle low with a lot of steam at the moment though. Got the same thing as GJ, the daily candle probabilities to the downside. We're out of support, but we don't seem to be respecting anything at the moment to the downside. We just keep blowing straight through it. Structurally, we are bullish. Looking at it on the 4 hour, we are still, but it looks a bit bullish. We're right out of that support. Very strong level of support on the 4 hour. If we close below, we're going to be flipping a structure bearish. I'm going to bother marking resistance to the upside just yet. To the downside, we've got this support here to the left. It's like it could be some clean traffic below. Onto the 30 minutes. So the 4 hours bullish, the weekly's bearish, the daily was bullish, but kind of probably is the downside. M30 is definitely bearish. So we're at that support right now. Below it, yes, clean traffic. So I'd be looking for the sells below the support at this stage on GU below 1.26763. Once again, I probably prefer to see a little bit of consolidation prior to price popping below that level. Bring in some buyers only to wipe those out, and then you can look for potential sell options. Now, as far as the buys, so within the current daily, is that the high? The high is, let's just mark in the current daily high. Now, if we were to continue bearish and we have lower high, lower low to the previous, we really have no need to pull back up and break the high above that level. Looks like we might have some options to buy it. So I'll just mark in that whole zone. And if price does begin to pop above, close above that level, could be options to buy it. And if we begin to reject it though, if we pop up only to reject, as long as we make a clean move up, cut through some of this mess to the left, there could be options to sell it back down. So buys above that resistance, sells below it. And that is GU. Hopefully that makes sense. Obviously there are going to be further buys above 127.18 or 127.20, but I won't worry about that at the moment because we're quite a distance away from it. Wow, GJ is dying. Absolutely dying. Hourly's about to close. Yeah, we'll see where we close on gold. Thinking if there could be limit orders. Potentially could be a limit order sell. So we'll wait. I won't do an analysis on NAS just yet. I don't know if anyone bothers trading it right now anyway, so. Who we got? James, good morning to you, brother. Rick, as always, good morning, my friend. Welcome. Dot, good day to you. Lauro, Euro Yen short. Yeah, if it's anything like GJ, for sure. Wow. Same thing, but it's the same as GJ. It's out of support right now, so if you're not yet in a short, I wouldn't be jumping into one just yet. Vishal, good morning to you. Josh, morning. Seeing gold going down to 2300, it definitely could. Mad Zach, gold, yep. Archer, morning to you, brother. Jay Smith, you are in, nice one. Franco, good morning to you. Hope you're well. Benji, just joined. Do you think GJ is going below 198, 197 by the end of today? 198. 197. Don't have a crystal ball. Could it do so? Yes. Well, it's really trending to the downside, but we've got levels to contend with prior to that. I mean, got this level marked in, but you could drag that down to that level. That lines up for this previous resistance. Pretty much you could just have that in. So, I mean, but look at it. Nothing's. It's just having no respect whatsoever for any level at the moment, and it's just melting. So, yes, it could happen. Will it happen though? I have no idea. All I do is trade, react to what I see. So yeah, we'll see. Carl F, good morning to you. Went to get coffee and got crap to bed. Yeah, so is GJ. Elias, good morning to you. So thank you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. All right, so just depends where this candle closes, but if it closes like so, I'm gonna keep an eye on 50% in the fib. I may look for a sell limit order at around that 23.27.423, but it looks like it's a bit hard because on my broker, I really suck when it comes to using the indicators or drawing tools. Plus for some reason it's in yellow, the fib. I'm not trying to change it. Properties. Oh, nice. Why is TradingView so not user friendly? Start pick color, yeah, that's what I've done, but it just, I don't know, it looks like shit. Hold on, customize. What I might just do is I might just market execute when I see it tap in here. It means I'm not going to get the entry that I want though, because whenever you market execute, you get slipped from your entry because it just won't trigger in time at the level that you think you're triggering in at. So stop loss would be above the previous candle's high. It's going to be about 50 pip stop loss. That's, wouldn't want to really have anything more than that. Saxy, good morning to you. Yeah, I'll play around with it later, Carl. Jay Smith, do you think gold will go down to 2290? I think it's heading down to 2300. I think there's a good chance it will pop down to that level. 2290. Well, the next level below support, well, if as long as it breaks through to support 2300, then there is a chance of the support just above it, 2300. So we'll wait and see. Okay, I'm not really concerned by that because for me, some of you guys are probably intraday or swing trades. I can understand, but for me, I'm only looking for small movements within the market, so I'm not so concerned about where it could go. I'm just more concerned about having enough margin and having the right catalyst, having the rules ticked in order to look for my potential trade. So we've got just over a minute to wait. James, I just sent you a link if you're interested. Daniel, man, I've sent you a link if you're interested. Franco, I will send you one. All right, so let's focus, guys. All right, so it's looking pretty good. We got some room to the downside as well, so I'm gonna look for, I don't want to pop back now though, but if it closes below support, I'm gonna look for a sell around the 50%, somewhere between a 50 and 0.382. Well, I know I've got probably this the wrong way around, but I'm more concerned about the 50. All right, so we're closed. I want the upper wick. I don't want it to start melting. I want it to now pop back up. And as soon as I see it tap into around that level there, I'm just going to market execute a sell. So we're closed below support. All good, James. All good, brother. Rick. So I'm right. We wait for candle to close below the white line. Bearish and wait for... Yep, that's pretty much it. That's exactly what I'm looking at. but I don't want it to start popping down too far, to be honest. If it does, then it's invalid. What I want to see is basically prices pop up, tap into that level and reject. Because the issue is, if it creates a slower wick beforehand and a significant one, then what it might do is, by creating this upper wick, it may just trend bullish and continue to the upside. So if it pulls back down much further, yeah, it's not gonna... I want it to, before it really begins to flip back in line with direction of where I want to be trading, I want it to tag you in first. So we'll see. I'm keeping it in for the time being, but if it does pop much lower, forget about it. I'm just going to remove it and wait. Vishal took a $9 move on upside an hour before it came down. Okay, nice one. Wow, good morning to you, Rick. Perfect, nice one. If it makes a new low, usually adjust the fib. Oh, okay. But then when we have 2 weeks, that sucks. Yep. Agreed. How did GJ close? Alright, so we're still melting on GJ. Wow. Very strong level of support though that's at. So, like I said, as far as buys, I need more than just a bullish candle. More than just a bullish engulfing candle. I need a bit of structure to form at this level. Because you gotta look at it, every time we've bounced today and made a little pullback, closed the bullish candle, it's met with a bigger dump to follow. So just wait patiently for it. Wait for the higher probability entry, and that's wait for it to form some structure. Alright, if it does begin to break its own low, I will remove the order. Well, I don't have an order, sorry. Because I can't use the fib properly on my MetaTrader. I'll have to figure that out. I'll suss it out later. So talk to me guys, how's the week been? I hope it's been a good one. It's been a very solid week for me. Once again, just goes to show, if you stick to those rules that you create, that you know work for you, and you follow your plan, those results are likely going to follow. No need to force anything in between for the sake of it, to feel justified. Just sitting in front of a computer or whatever you're using to trade, your phone, your tablet, whatever it is, for 2-3 hours. We just simply wait. Jason, if you're waiting for the 1 hour to close, take this to the downside. Oh, well, the hourly's just closed. Benji makes lots of profit. Made a lot of profit with GJ. Such an easy currency to trade at the moment. Nice one. So I'm not in yet, guys. I'm not entering nothing just yet. I'll just want to pop up higher, and then I might just mark and execute a sell. Rick, how about entering short on the wicks? Yeah, I'm not chasing it. I want some sort of pullback, because it's just pushed more than 100 pips to the downside. So yeah, I'm personally not gonna look for it. Red and green candle. Previous weeks. Oh, it's talking about up here. Well, that is the pause, basically, the swing point. Yeah, that's also another potential level you could look to enter. And that's normally where I would look to enter. So I did mention somewhere in between maybe the 50 or the 38.2. So that wick's not a bad option, that bearish wick. making sure I've got my finger over the right button on magic keys if I do enter a position. I'm not entering just yet, not in nothing. I'll let you know as soon as I press that button. Stop loss above the green wick. I'd have the stop loss above the high of the 30. $15, yeah. The only thing I don't like is the 15 will have a high, low, high, high. It's not great. If I take this, I'm only going to take a small position, guys, because you got the 15 will be creating a high, low, high, high. So the counter probability is the upside in a 15 minute. If this candle actually closes bullish, there's a chance the new one could just create a low wick and flip back. It has to pull up now. If it flips back bearish, I'm just gonna leave it and wait for more data to print. I want it to pop up now. I don't want it to start flipping. JJ's not going to stop. All right, so did anyone enter a little bit lower down? It did. You're looking pretty good. Now, if this 15 closes weak bullish, then I may consider a sell as it breaks the low of the previous candle. So it's trying to push up. Once again, this 15 is the only thing that's a little bit off-putting for me. Have not entered anything just yet. You're going to wait for it to tap into that bearish candle. It's almost tapped into the 50, so you can start thinking about maybe a small position. I haven't done so just yet. God, it was so close to the 50 and now it's already dropped 10 pips since. It's like fine tuning. Like those old tube TVs where if you're trying to fine tune it and you're just a little bit off and you get that distortion. It's kind of like what this is, the entry. It's close to it. Do you take it? You can. I'm just being really strict. Silent? Yeah, yes, I'm trading with the trend. Looking to sell it. 23.33. Yes. Basically. You think we're gonna test that? Good. You think a retest for the next leg down? Potentially. Alright, so it's tapped in, guys. If anyone wants to take a small position. So that is 23, 27, 34. I've got a small position. 23, 27, 34. All right, so I'm going to get to break even soon. It's got 7. It's a riskier trade. Will I look at layering in? Just depends how the 15 closes. Silent, you can show how to trade price action. Can you? Come on, pop down a bit more. All right. All right, I'm going to break even. And there's job done. 4 pips. Close half. Job done, guys. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. It is a very risky entry. You've got 15 also closing bullish. That's why I prefer just to get to break even. And you've got enough on the table. So smash it again. Thank you, James. That's just how we roll on this stream. We don't get enough love. But that's all good. That's all good. I had a sneaky pick to see what Mr. Harry was doing yesterday, and he took a loss. And it happens. He's a good trader though, so good luck to him. It happens. We all take losses. I take losses. I just wish we had more traders on stream. So well done, guys. Running at 20 pips just now. Who is in this? Come on, guys. Please tell me someone's in this trade. Rick, you join me? Thank you. Glad you trusted me. Who else is there? Lau, please, brother. you know you're normally into it, so I hope you're involved. James, good example of how to actually make money on a consistent basis rather than one amazing trade every month whilst blowing accounts. Well, that's it. I just do the same shit over and over again. Over and over again because it works. There's no need to deviate. Yes, people are going to say, well, you don't trade, but the thing is, they don't stick around long enough. They don't stick around long enough because you guys know that are here the whole time. I do normally take at least a trade a stream, sometimes more. But when it comes, I have no idea. Sometimes it comes right at the end of the stream. I can't predict when it'll happen. So to anyone who thinks I don't, stick that up, yeah. There's another win with no drawdown. So perfect. Benji, you still in? All right, the only thing I'm concerned about and why I've secured some profit, I secured a little bit more at around 15 pips, by the way, was the only reason I'm concerned that it could pull back because at the 15 minutes it closed bullish. It now has created a higher low. It could be creating a higher high. I'm about to get taken out on the runner. Still adjusting, but win's a win. Well done, guys. Nice early W. Runner is still holding on. It's hodling at the moment. It's the same crypto. Just in by a fraction of a pip. It's looks like it. Yeah, looks like it's gonna take me out, but all good. Benji is still in. TP profit to win away. Nice one. Dot, you're in goal. Nice one. Rick, you're out. Nice one. Can we see live terminal, please? You're seeing me take a trade live. What is with you today, Silent? What is with the smartest comments? Just I can show you how to trade price action. So trade it. Go on your own stream. Start your own stream, brother. I don't have to show you my live terminal. Well, why? I have reasons not to. Some people know exactly why. It would be irresponsible if I did to someone else if I actually showed a live terminal. Alright, Bezzy, it's a buy. By all means, it's a buy. Go for it. I've already taken profits. I couldn't care less. What's with you guys, honestly? Exactly, Eric. There could be a few salty people in here because they didn't take a win. Screw them. I couldn't give a shit, to be honest. Just keep doing what I do. 57 of you on stream, hit the like button. That's all I asked for. We got to win nice and early. To all you pros out there who think they can do it better, start your own stream. What are you doing here then? Hi, Busy. Nice one. Well done. So don't just look for a buy. No need to overtrade. You've taken a win. I'm waiting. There's no trade at the moment for me. The next option could be an engulfing bearish candle. Do I need to get in? No, I've still got a runner. My runner's still in. James, yeah, exactly. Literally just call 15 pips in seconds. It's hard to please everyone, isn't it? Oh well. It's a fickle YouTube chat. Most of you are fantastic. 95% of you, even you, Silent, but the majority, you're a top bloke. I don't know where those comments have come from though. Rick, DXY might go down. Let's quickly take a look. I've taken 3 trades all on stream this week, and you guys have seen them all. They're all wins. What more do you want me to do? I have no idea. And again, this is directed to maybe just 1 or 2 of you in the chat, because the rest of you know what you see it. Don't need to do any more to prove it. Could come down. The thing is, you got weekly candle probabilities. The upside is forming quite a strong bullish candle. So when I look at that, that suggests to me that pullbacks within it, I'd be looking to see where we could form support, whether it be on the 4-hour or the M30 time frame. What levels do we have? And those levels of support also become potential levels to sell below, because if price begins to break it, then there are options for it to make a further pullback to the next level of support. So looking at the daily, candle probabilities to the upside as well. Structure wise, it is bullish into a little bit of choppy traffic to the left, marking a low, marking a high. What do we got either side of it? 4-hour starting to pop back below that resistance. If we start to pop below the current daily candles low, above it you're running into some stickiness to the left, a bit of resistance, so it's going to be difficult, I feel, to buy it based off that. Structurally it is bullish, so the bias is to the upside. Yeah, I feel it for the sells, it's going to start popping below the current daily low, and the better option is to wait for it to actually pop below the support just a little bit lower down. So create a lower low, pop back up, lower high, and then obviously below 105 level roughly you got some really nice clean traffic to the left, so that's where I'd like to sell it. Buys, yeah, it is into resistance, so it's going to be tricky to buy it above the high. I hope it comes down, to be honest. Oh, short term, okay.
Good morning, Justin.
Good morning, Franco. How are you, brother? Hope you're well.
Yeah, fine, yeah. Today I missed again the trade.
Oh, so did you?
I was in the kitchen making me a coffee and I missed the trade.
It
I can't believe it.
It happens, but brother, you know what you got to do. You can't force anything in between. You just got to sit back and relax and just reassess.
Absolutely.
Wait for it to set up again. It could be options, so
Yeah, for sure.
that's all we can do right now. It's funny, I had like 50 something on stream. After those few comments, I've lost like almost half the viewers. Honestly, very sensitive bunch, some of them in the YouTube chat.
Well, I think you mentioned it right. So what do you have to do? I think you call out the trades. Everything is there, so everyone can participate to that. I don't know what to do more.
God knows. Hard to please everyone, but it is what it is. Leon, Silence should live up to his name. Right in the moment he should. He's never usually like this. My run has just been taken out, guys, so that's done and dusted. Good to see it work though. James, Leon, yeah, well done, Leon, getting your account back to break even. I had a watch of that video. I had a watch the whole thing, so good work. Rick, all good. Carl F, looks like it's one of those days in the comments. Do what you do. Well, that's it. Is there something going? I've got like literally 30 people on the stream right now when it was around 60 moments ago. It can be a bloody frustrating thing sometimes. That's why, honestly, I can understand why some people give up after a while and just do their own thing. Gbpjpy. I think the viewers left because they got a trade. Now it's an extra. Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I think that's what half of them do. On to the next one. See what they're looking for. We can get 2 trades today. They're a funny bunch. In all honesty, they're a funny bunch. Some of the characters in the YouTube chat. Carl, I think you need to start going around to people's houses, pressing buy or sell for them. Could come to that. We should have a service. James, even in Discord it happens. So many posts after wins, very few. I know, and I've tried to mention it numerous times. I mean, you and Leon are different. Z. I don't pronounce his name again. He's a really nice guy. He has my course as well. He always posts his analysis prior to it, so can't ask for anything more. And he's been killing it too. Hold yourself accountable. The best way to move forward. So again, it's well and good to boast about your wins, but if you really want to, you know, level up, also put your analysis in prior to it. Let everyone know you're in it. Sparky, you looked like you took the same entry. Nice one. But once again, be nice if saw a little bit more analysis prior to any entries. Z is very good. He is. He's really good at. Yeah, and he actually purchased the course, so he's been killing it. He's been going really well. And he also, you can ask him himself, he said the course has really helped him a lot, helped to clear things up. Rick, lots of them even share fake wins. Yeah, possibly. Alright, so we're waiting on now GJ to form some structure. Same as gold. I'm not just going to buy gold because he got a candle closing back bullish. Definitely need some structure formation now. You need something. Because similar to GJ, every pullback, and it's against a very strong daily candle. It's against a very strong weekly candle. It's now flipped bearish, lower high, lower low. Every pullback on this way down has been short-lived, only to be met by a stronger move to downside in line with the trend. So it has to be absolutely perfect if I was to consider any buys at the moment. Benji, how long been training for? Been training for since 2017. James, what's your view of GU? See below M15 low. Sells below to M. That stupid emoji thing gets in the way, so I can't see the word at the end of the sentence. Nah, GU, I'm put off by that wick, to be honest. It is a bullish candle on the M30 as well. Yeah, I think I'd rather look for a pullback to sell it. So for me now, this also potentially becomes a zone to sell it from. 126, 950, basically 960 in level will just drop from most recent little pause. Rick, I learned the hard way not to trade against the trend. Yeah, I mean, there are times you can trade against it, especially from a key level. Especially if you've got maybe higher time frame counter probabilities in your side. But having said that, if a pair or commodity, whatever you're trading is, whatever asset you're trading is in a heavy downtrend, for instance, like GJ is today, instead of just waiting for like a bullish engulfing candle, which would usually be a real strong catalyst and signal for me to enter a trade, I really need to be patient and let it bounce off this support, pull back, create a high low, high, maybe correlate for 4-hour counter closing, back bullish at this support, and that gives me more confidence and makes me feel more comfortable to look for counter trend entries. In a downtrend, it goes up so slow and down so fast. Yeah, exactly. And vice versa. See, that's why the MY calls, if you guys aren't in the Discord, I don't know what's stopping you. It's for free. I don't charge you, it's for free, so don't think I'm trying to sell you anything. The MY calls shit all over the YouTube calls because it's chilled, people are cool, people can ask questions, I can answer questions properly. So moving forward, yes, you will need to be a member, a paid member, but when that will happen, I'm not too sure. There's no rush. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Yeah, so as I mentioned yesterday, I've opened up a membership for the YouTube channel. It's just something you can maybe show some appreciation. There's no stress, you don't have to, but if you were to consider it, like I said, don't go for the more expensive one just yet, because that includes the MY calls, but you get that in a Discord just now for free, so don't worry about that one. But moving forward, it's going to be like the light version of the VIP Discord, so obviously it's going to be cheaper, but you only basically get the MY calls and some content as well, members only content. The members ID keeps the quality high, so it's worth it. Yeah, true. All right, 30 minutes until session open. And I do keep an eye on who contributes the most to the Discord, because there will be special like giveaways and things like that to those guys. Rick, what time's my time zone? No, right now it's 4:30 p.m. just after 4:30 in the afternoon, early evening. 8:30 where you are? Yeah. Oh, you mentioned you were in the Netherlands, didn't you? I have a friend over there who I coach as well. Very good trader. Am I buffering a lot, guys? It appears to be buffering on my end. I'm not sure. I hope it's okay. Alright, we've got time, so let's take a look at NAS. No buffering in yours, James? Okay. I'm going to do some analysis on NAS moving forward into MY, and this thing is an absolute beast. And as with GJ and GU, it is now pulling back, so it's broken its own low, it's making a deeper pull back within its own candle. Next stop is the previous weekly candle's low, so it's forming strong bearish. You've got daily candle probabilities to the downside, very similar to once again to GJ and GU. You're at a support though, have no need to pull back and break your own high if it was to continue to the downside, so just be marking that level in to begin with. We are technically bullish in structure with counter probabilities to the downside. 4 hour is technically still bullish, but could be flipping bearish shortly. Closures below. Technically it's that point, but for the sake of a few pips, I'd probably just say closures below 18606.71 is where you're going to flip the 4-hour structure bearish. So it's been a pretty solid move to the downside. You're out of support just now. So it is bullish. You've got the weekly is bearish, you've got daily is bullish, but counter probability is the downside. 4-hour bullish at support. See how I'm trying to gather different confluences to look for both the potential buyers and sellers. All right. M30 is definitely bearish. And what we can see is current. Is that, no, it's the current daily. It's the open. All right, but within the pullback on the current daily candle, or within the move to the downside on the current daily candle, we formed some resistance at this point here. That is the level where the 30-minute structure will flip back bullish. So very similar to GJ, Naz. For me, it's in a big downtrend at the moment within the current weekly candle. We got daily candle forming strong bearish, lower high, lower low. I'm not just going to buy it off the back of a little bit of support forming right now. To buy it, I need to see this. We've formed some resistance here. What I'd like to see is create a higher low, higher high to that resistance. Pull back, maybe start to consolidate above that level, and then potentially look to buy it as it begins to break yet again. It is, once again, in a pretty strong move to the downside right now. The bias is technically neutral, I think it was. But seeing the strength of the current daily and weekly, I don't just buy it, like I said, off a few candles closing back bullish. I want to see a little bit of structure form, and then you potentially could look for some buys. In anticipation, price is going to, if it breaks this resistance, it's going to pull back to at least retest the most recent support that I've broken out of. That level just there. So there's likely going to be enough margin to look for potentially some buys above that 18,640 sort of level. So be looking for, moving forward, potential buy options above. Now, having said that, you're looking to see where we could reject. Obviously, that previous support, price could reject at that level there, tap back down for sell options, or could pull back up to retest the 30-minute structure zone. And if it rejects that level there, but also look for sell options to take it back down. Now, further sells below the current weekly candles low, which is just created below this support a little bit further to the left. We've got some clean traffic down to these lows, 18,570 roughly, 567. So I'd be looking for sell options below. What we're doing now, consolidating just above it, so we're triggering more buyers into the market. If we start to wipe those buyers out and into close below that level, I feel there's going to be a good chance that price could continue to the downside. Thank you for the sub. So that's the options for me on Naz. I would not be trading this level just now unless it pulls back, like it closes strong within its gray zone, and then pulls back, nice clean pullback, only to reject resistance formed within the current daily candle. That could provide for a potential sell option moving forward, potentially. But otherwise, that's probably what I'd be looking at moving forward on Naz today. GJ still shitting the bed. There is nothing you can do about it. I'm not chasing it. How long was that into the stream? Now on 5 minutes. Don't know, buffering for you as well. Okay. So of all the 3 trades this week, I don't think we've had more than maybe a couple pips drawdown. It's been very, very little drawdown. All 3 trades have been executed at pretty much the perfect entry point. So this is something that we observed on an MI call 2 days ago about the fib. Looking for your confirmation still based off the whatever time frame you choose. For me it's 30-minute. So in this case it was closure below that level. And then looking for that entry upon the pullback of the new candle. Bring it up a wick. We just pulled up the fib just to see, and a lot of time taps into around the 50% mark of the previous candle, between the 50 and the next level, 0.618. That's what I'm gonna do. So once again guys, if you've not yet done so, do join the Discord group. It's linked to the group is down below. It's for free. I do analysis pretty much for 3 sessions a day per week, except for every day of the week, except for Friday MY session. That's pretty much the only one I don't do analysis for. Otherwise I do Asian session analysis throughout as well. Thank you for the sub. I do pre-London and I do MY for all the other days. So for Asian session it's just GJ and gold. For London it's GJ, gold and GU, and for MY it's just GJ, gold and NAS, the pairs that I analyzed. So I send in a short video for each separate asset, currency, whatever you want to call it, commodity, indice. Along with a chart, a marked up chart. Tuesdays and Fridays I send pretty more a detailed screenshot of pretty much from my phone, to be honest, because I'm not usually at home for the Asian session. But I do also provide step by step what I want to see. I do go into quite a lot of detail for all the explanations, so get involved guys, it's there, it's for free. Rick? Yeah, sorry man, go for it.
I'm looking on GU 15-minute time frame.
15?
Yeah, maybe I could play something out.
Yeah, you're talking about sales. I'm put off by that wick.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So for me this week is a news week. And
yep. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think it was last Friday. Yep.
So I'm willing to take the risk.
Okay. And what are you thinking of though? What's your idea?
Depending how it's forming right now. So I want to create an upper wick first. That's clear.
Yep.
And then maybe when we broke the low of the previous 50 candle, this could be one, or maybe the low of the daily candle.
Okay, yep. So the daily low, it's create a bit of a pullback. If it does break again, there is a good chance it will come down. A high probability it will create a lower low. Where that lower low will stop though, we don't know. We do have that wick to the left, but I understand. So you're willing to take that risk, so that's fine, and you can probably get a pretty tight stop loss.
Correct.
It'd be good ways to manage it as well. If it flipped back bullish, you could probably just cut half or most of it. Chris, it should be in the description below. I'll share it into the chat as well. It should be in the Nightbot. I don't know why the Nightbot ever brings it up. I don't know if the command is ever met.
So I'm in.
You're in? Oh, okay. Let's see. So Franco's in a GU short. It's looking pretty good. Ghosts? Or is that, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. I'm in Oz, my friend. Yeah, it's a bit... I mean, it's looking like it wants to pop down, but I wouldn't want it to break its own high again. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Maybe then I will close 50%.
Wow, GJ still... Oof. When's it gonna stop? It's just on an absolute tear.
Is this also on other yen pairs that they are going down?
Yeah, I think it's the end strength. Okay. Let's look at UJ, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it is the end strength. I'm not sure if there's anything being released out of Japan, Bank of Japan. Okay, that could be it. But Bank of Japan faces record 9.43 trillion yen appraisal bond loss on rising yields. Okay, that looks to be what might be making the yen pairs do what they do right now. Obviously, a big pullback. Absolutely crazy drop at the moment from the yen. Well, not the yen, but from everything against it. What's your target, Franco? 1-to-1 or?
Target 10 pips, so my target 10 pips. I have 10 pips here.
Okay.
So I'm in at 1.268335.
Okay, so you're pretty much an entry.
Sorry. Entry price was 842, and my take profit is 742.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. It's looking good.
Yeah, actually.
Ghosts. I'm not sure how to pronounce the Gok. Finally found some Aussie. Better late than never. Yeah, I'm in Melbourne, buddy. So, shitty Melbourne, cold Melbourne. It's actually quite warm today, actually, for winter. Just pretty shitty though, very windy. Looks like it's about to shit the bed and rain cats and dogs over here. Pretty sure that's the forecast as well. Rick Gold and the weekly open must be retested. So we now that stupid emoji thing, just not retest it. It doesn't necessarily have to retest it. It definitely can retest it, but it doesn't necessarily have to retest it. Let's just mark it in. What's it done at that level? So it's already retested it. Earlier during the Asian session, it popped below it. It pulled back. Popped back above, retested it. What's that?
Now it's coming down.
GU? Okay. Nice one.
Mm-hmm.
Looking good.
So 2 pips. Yeah, maybe at 3 pips I will go to break even.
It's GU, guys. This is a different thing altogether. GU. It moves slower. It doesn't give you as much margin. Hopefully it gets you to that 10 pips prior to London Open.
Yeah.
Mr. Phil, greetings to you. Hope you're well.
So PE. I said PE right now.
Yep. Oh, GJ is just not stopping. All bouncing off this level. So I have been moving in the same direction as the majors, but it now appears to be bouncing. The majors still seem to be coming down. Nice work, Franco.
Yeah, thank you. So at 5 pips I will maybe take partials, maybe 50%.
Yep. I think it's not a bad idea prior to London Open.
Maybe I will stop out right now.
$34 likes, so we almost got the same amount of likes as we do viewers. It's becoming a pretty common occurrence in stream lately. I don't know what's going on. The trades just keep getting better. We've got less viewers for whatever reason. Is a certain streamer streaming right now? Let me suss it out. No, there's a few others, but yeah, again, it's the ones that have this just sitting there. For whatever reason, I have like much more people on the stream than I do. Maybe I'll just have to start doing that. Just put one in there. Where else can we put one in? Everyone's just gonna think this guy's a legend. Better start watching him.
So I'm out.
Never take a loss. You're out, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, came back to your entry.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, I'm on to you. Okay, yeah. It's not a bad decision to go to break even. Reason being, you're still technically out of support. Plus, you got London Open shortly, so it could bounce off it. Could just be grabbing liquidity before it pushes back up a bit to create a bit of a pullback. No shit, that's what some of the other streamers just have. There's no camera. There's nothing. Alright, GJ, there's still no pause. There's not even a pause on a 15. So right at the beginning on the stream, as I was firing the stream up, I set a sell limit order for that point there, and I mentioned it right at the start of the stream. But I removed it not long after I started the analysis, or basically right at the start of the analysis, because this counter started to flip. That's the only pause we've had. Pauses at this point here are just not, I'm not gonna look for that type of entry because it's made such a massive move already. I really want to see a proper pullback to trust anything on GJ right now. J Smith? Yeah, I'm not sure. See, I have no idea. I don't know if it's something of YouTube. I've not got any strikes or anything other than a couple for playing wrong music, but that's not a hard strike. It's just like a soft break of the rules. I have no idea, but it definitely helps if you guys hit the like button and you just know what time roughly I'll be on. So even if you don't get notification, just make sure to tune in. Tomorrow though, I'll be on from 7:30. Fridays will start a little bit later. So it's been 3-0 this week on stream. I've only taken 3 trades for the week myself, so another solid week. Gold's still bouncing, but again, don't have any structure forming right now. It's just bounced off this support. I don't have anything. We could just easily now create another lower high, reject, and pop back down to the current weekly low yet again. Got some pretty clean traffic to the left. At that point there, I feel could have just grabbed some liquidity from the upside. There's a good chance, a high probability that we're going to make it create another impulse to the downside, create a lower low, and at some point potentially tapping into 2308, 2307, that sort of level. So I'm definitely not interested in buying gold right now. So if you guys join the Discord, the people who are asking Chris, you are, yep, you're in there. Nice one. And honestly, guys, chat away. Feel free. I want it to be a really tight-knit community. We all learn the best that way. If you feel comfortable to share your thoughts, your opinions, ask for analysis, ask questions, get involved, engage. It's the best way to better yourself, to progress. Obviously, James, he knows from a previous group that I was involved with as well. We were always amongst it within that group, chatting away, seeing in charts and analysis, and a lot of us leveled up really quickly. So I really highly encourage you guys to do the same. There's not enough analysis in there. There's James obviously sends in regularly. Z also is fantastic all the time. Mr. Phil, you're sending in quite a lot as well, which is good. But other than that, I wish there were more of you actually asking for feedback, sending in some charts and analysis. It's free education basically. So we've got London Open. GJ's below support. There is no buys at all whatsoever based off that 1 week bullish candle off 15. The 30 still closing back strong bearish. Not interested in limit order. I'm not chasing the sell. It's just too far gone. Plain and simple. GJ just, in my opinion, probably best to wait for the 4 hour. Gold bouncing. James, the community is invaluable. I agree. Keeps everyone accountable and patient. Exactly. And that's another thing. If you're feeling like you're about to do something silly on the charts, just send in something to the chat. Distract yourself from doing it. You'll feel a lot better for it. all good. I don't give up, guys. I think you guys know me already. I couldn't care less. If I've got 30 on the stream, I'll keep going because I know eventually, I know I'll get up there, 100%. I think you guys know I've got a pretty strong character, so I don't stop. I don't care who my opposition is, and to me, it's no opposition. I wish everyone luck. I hope we all have good streams. I hope we all have winning trades. But I'm definitely coming after some of their viewers, that's for sure. Not going to stop. You mark my words. I'm here for the long run, guys. So don't muck around. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Gold's still bouncing off the support, so still nothing for me on gold. EU's trying to bounce. I mean, EU buys in the algo right now on a funded account. And no, it's not with well worth, if anyone's asking. If anyone was wondering on me. GU bouncing. So the majors are now bouncing. Most of them are at pretty strong levels of support. And with the news to come later on, it could definitely, well, it definitely will have big say on things to come. So that's something to be wary of. Moving forward, there is also pending home sales. And tomorrow is going to be the biggest one of the week, I feel. Core PCE. So that is something to keep an eye on as well if you are trading into MI session on a Friday. Right, who's got questions? Who's got charts? What is going on, guys? Give me someone to work with. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's take a trade on Bitcoin. What can we come up with? Full margin, of course. So you go hard or you go home when you trade Bitcoin. Blown account or flipped account. That's how it is. I'm kidding. We don't do anything stupid like that. So weekly is, well, it's an inside bar candle to the previous candle. We are obviously still rejecting this 70k level. Every time it pops back up to it, it drops right back down. So current candle is forming bearish. Let's just mark in a low of it and see what there is below that level for potential options. It doesn't look great on the daily because you're running into more wicks to the left hand side there. Structurally, it appears to be still bullish. Again, there's that resistance, keeps rejecting it. So you're at support, you're in a heavy area consolidation on the higher time frame. Very tricky price action, to say the least. The 4-hour structure is definitely bullish. There's the high, there's the swing point where we need to close below in order to flip it. Bearish. It is of more recent times creating some lower highs, but it is now approaching once again a very strong level of support. So it is bullish, approaching support. We've got resistance at this point here, right at 68.90 onto the 30. To be honest, like I mentioned before, the crypto I'd probably at Bitcoin, I'd probably use the 4-hour as the confirmation time frame, maybe the hourly to enter. I think it's too much volume. What happens to the music? Oh, speaking of volume stopped on that. So looking at Bitcoin, all right, so the hourly is technically, you know what, we're just going to do it with the 30. That's what we use for our Forex trading. So we're going to do the same thing with crypto. I change it. All right, so the M30 is technically bullish. Or is it? No, I'd argue it's actually bearish. As long as it closes below that wick there. Yeah, I'd still argue it's bearish. It's a tough one. Nonetheless, if it does pull back to reject that level, I'd probably look for sell options, take it back down. Right now, it's right in the middle of this range. So right in the middle is a no trade. It needs to either pop down to the support to potentially buy it to level its respected multiple times at this level, look for your catalyst within price action, or pop up to the resistance. We've got some noughts and crosses action again, and look for potential sells below it. Buys above the resistance form the current daily candle is also a potential option. Reason being is you create a high, but at this point, if you pull up now, create a high low and approach these highs to break above it, and there's a good chance the price will eventually pop back up to that 68.80 sort of level. And that could be some quick little scalps on Bitcoin for anyone who is interested. I would love to trade it more. I just don't have the time, to be honest. Chris, who's the best broker for a small account? I think A.C.T Markets would be the best for that, to be honest. And they're an Aussie broker as well, so they're regulated under the ASIC regulations. So they're pretty good when it comes to customer service and all that. It's no fuss, it's easy. So I'd probably recommend A.C.T Markets. Blueberry is another one. I think they're an Aussie broker as well, and Gbpusd. Most of the good ones are from Australia, so yeah, have a look at those, but I'd probably say A.C.T Markets. Goats. Okay, goats. No worries. Benji, A.C.T is pretty popular. Yeah, A.C.T's another one. I actually have an account for A.C.T, but I've never funded it as well. Hi, Bezzy. Why aren't you on your own stream then, my friend? You're in a sell with us as well, and you took profit. I could say anything. Yeah, eventually it's going to be a sell. Eventually it will be. It's so easy to say. I told you it was a buy, or I told you it was a sell. Anyone can do it. So if you're so comfortable in calling it, why don't you just start your own stream? Start your own signal service. Goats. I was with Vantage, but yeah, I wouldn't bother with Vantage. You can only trade 0.01. Yeah, look, all the Aussie brokers, it's not going to be much more than that, to be honest, because of the leverage. We only have 1 to 30 here in Oz, so you're going to find it hard to open really anything more than maybe a 2-cent lot. That's just the way it is here. But and that's good anyway, because you should, to be honest, it sounds like nothing, but you should be practicing proper risk management. Because what happens if you know, when you get to that point when you're ready to either fund the account with more capital, or you decide to go down the path of maybe a funded account, you need to have these good habits already inbuilt into your trading, into your repertoire. So I always say it's about following the plan, following your rules. So it's simple as cue, routine, and then it's the end result. Simple as that. As soon as you can make it everything a habit, you just react to what you see, it's going to become, your train's going to become a lot more consistent. You're going to feel a lot more comfortable and confident. You're not going to be anxious at all. So practice good habits on a small account. And don't worry about only being able to open up at 0.01, because, I mean, fact of the matter is, I hate to break it to you, but $200 account's not going to make you a millionaire. If you think so, you're obviously following the wrong people. But yeah, just practice doing things right on a small account. That's what I would recommend. Alright, so gold still bouncing, that's fine. GJ below the support, there is nothing on GJ for me. It's just way too far down. Sell it, yes, it can continue. There is nothing stopping it, but I don't feel comfortable, so I won't enter a sell at the moment. And I don't have any confirmation for me to buy it on gold. It's just bounce. It's from a level, that's it. Nothing else. Standard or mini micro account. What I see, raw spread. Benji 8 cap gives you maximum 1 to 1,000. Really? But it's really risky for that size. Yeah, not in Australia it doesn't, I'm sure. We're different. We've got different regulations here. Maybe if you're an opening account from overseas, a different story. But if you're opening an account, obviously you have to KYC and all that. So if you're opening an account here in Oz, the max they'll give you is 1 to 30. Unless you're a wholesale account. Wholesale account, you have to be trading. Not sure how many lots it is a month, but it's way more than what I trade. So I don't qualify to be a wholesale client. You're looking at sell now? Okay. It's popping up towards a level to sell it, but for me there's absolutely no confirmation to do so just yet. But again, all you can do is react to your plan. So I wish you the best of luck. Sadly, I think that if the 4 hour flips bullish, M30 could change to bullish, thus the trend might change to bullish too. The 4 hour, so the M30 technically is going to flip bullish on a closure below this wick. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours flip bullish. So I'd still prefer it above that resistance though. 100%, because even if it closes above the wick here to flip the structure bullish, you're running straight into some resistance. So I wouldn't just be buying it off the back of the 4 hour flipping bullish, the back of the M30 structure flipping bullish. And once again, I wouldn't be just buying it as well if it just shoots straight up and closes above, because I want to see some exhaustion. Again, it's just you want to be comfortable in your trade, and I would not be comfortable if that was to be the case. So I'd rather ignore it. Very simple. Richard, first time on stream. If you have not done so, make sure to subscribe and hit like button. More likes and viewers right now. Fantastic. Appreciate you guys. How do I draw my zone? So basically what I do is start the 4 hour. The best thing to do is just watch the start of streams, my friend, where I go over it. Sort of, I look for the lowest point, well, prior to this candle. This candle's still open. Lowest point of this support in 4 hour was just here. And then I connect that to the body of a candle, the lowest body. Yeah, so like so, and I would keep that, to be honest, because otherwise there's no zone if I was to adjust it in the M30. So I just keep that in the 4 hour level. And as for the resistance, reason why I've used the bullish candle, usually I would use the high of any bearish candle at a resistance. The reason why I've used the bullish candle today, because that's the daily high as well. So that's when I want to start getting involved above the current daily candle's high. Now, once again, if you go to the 4 hour, it lines up with that support kind of. Look, you can mark it in 30-minute zone. You can mark it in blue, but I think it's more a significant zone. So I mark that zone in gray, the stronger levels, the 4 hour levels. So it's basically from body to wick, from the highest point to the highest open or close or whatever at that level. Same thing here. I want to keep it a little bit deeper though, because it's the 4 hour. But I just adjust it accordingly. So above this level, to the left hand side, the most recent price action is quite clean up until this level, and that's where the body of the candle, where we open and where we close on the candle prior to it, obviously. So I would normally just use the wicks of those candles, but I know we've got more resistance to the left and that lines up with the 4-hour high, so I just now use that instead. But once again, just make sure to join regularly. And at the beginning of the stream where I draw up my charts and that, you'll see exactly how I go about it. Picarlio, how are you, brother? There is the man. If anyone needs video edits, mark my words, he's #1. Fantastic. Great service, does a quality job at a very good price. So hope you're well, brother. We took a nice win already very early today. I'm not sure if you want to maybe take a look at it around 30, about 40 minutes into the stream, I think it was, roughly. Roger, no problem. Yeah, just make sure to join regularly and you'll start to pick up on it, how I go about drawing my zones. It's very subjective because I know other streamers don't use zones, they just use horizontals. And they go off that. If that works for them, by all means, you just got to play to your strengths, do what works for you. But for me, I see these levels as potential levels price could reject. Look what happened here. Obviously popped down into it. If you had just a sell as it broke or whatever, that level, for instance, it bounced off it. So for me, it's a strong confirmation once it starts to pop below that whole zone, all these wicks to the left. Rick, you're looking to sell at your level, but I wait for a wick or a red candle. Okay, yep. Oops. Wow, GU bouncing. Why isn't EU bouncing as much? Honestly, guys, when it comes to my own personal trading, there is no emotions involved because I just follow my rules and I know it works for me. I know you're going to take a loss, you know, maybe 1 in 10, 2 in 10, 3 in 10, sometimes even more. But if I follow my plan, I mean, you see it live on stream. I take a lot more wins than when I do losses. So you just gotta follow the plan. But when it comes to a robot trading for me, emotions are in there a little bit, I found, to be honest. It's a strange feeling. But it's been a cracking year, cracking start to this new stream. Been on for what, about 2.5 months now, I think. Just over 2 months, actually. Last week was our worst week on stream, and that still ended up in a profit. I think, what was it? Was it 2 wins and a loss, or something like that? Or 1 win, 1 loss, 1 break even, something like that. Prior to that, I think we're on about 12 grade winning streak, and this week it's 3-0 so far. So just keep doing the same shit, keep following the plan because it works. Picarlio, all good, brother. You're killing it, doing a good job. Appreciate your work. So if anyone does need work done, he's your man. Just shout him out. Give him a follow on IG as well. Vishal, can I know why you don't trade 1 minute chart? Because it's just too much data. There's too much going on in the 1 minute chart. It gets too confusing. In all honesty, if you can use it to your advantage, by all means. But for me, the higher time frame, the better, the stronger the confirmation. So I'd rather just wait for what works for me, and that's just simply waiting for the 30-minute, using the 15 and the 5 as added confluence. So there's no need to change anything that's not broke. So that's why I don't bother with the 1 minute. There is basically one entry where I would go down to the 1 minute, and that's a delayed breakout entry. But I'm not going to go over it now. I took that trade one of the first weeks on the stream, I think it was, and it was a nice win. But yeah, it's just if and when it happens, I'll go over it. But obviously, it's nowhere near it today. So, sort of W's, nice one. Goats. It's 30. Yeah, that's the thing. It is 30 to 30 leverage, 1 to 30. Oh, no problem, Vishal, all good. Yeah, unless you're a wholesale client, it's 1 to 30. I think if you're a wholesale client, you get up to 300 or 500, I'm not sure. Where are you, by the way, goats? What city? It's just started raining here in Melbourne. It is gonna shit the bed and rain cats and dogs shortly. It's supposed to be freezing the weekend. I think it's like 13 degrees as well. That's not great. I can't stand the cold weather. Vishal, have I ever checked out oil? Not really. Got it here. I have analyzed it. I just don't like how it has lots of gaps usually on the higher time frames, obviously. Yeah, I don't trade it. I mean, it looks good for a sell today based off of daily. It breaks its own low again. Got 30-minute structure to the downside, but it's at support, so maybe forget that idea. Quickly looking at it. There's an entry point to sell it or buy it. Closes above 79.41. There's going to be options to buy it. You're breaking a current daily candles high at that point. You're also flipping M30 structure back bullish at that point. So you're gathering different confluences to add probability to a potential buy. So that would be the level I'd be looking to buy it from. Now, if it pulls back to that level, right, equal high, now I'd be looking to sell it. Very simple. For me, chasing it below the low doesn't make any sense right now because you're running straight into support. So yes, it can continue. Doesn't mean it can't continue. It can do anything. Crystal ball to know otherwise, but would I feel comfortable selling it into that? No. Absolutely not. So I'd rather just wait and see if it does pull back, and either sell it from up on the pullback or buy it above it. And if it does begin to shit the bed again, let it completely lose control of its bows. Make a nice clean move down, then pull back to retest the zone, and then you're trading within clean candles on that initial impulse to the downside, cutting through all that crap to the left, because we've got support just here, we've got support just here, we've got support just here. It could bounce off any of those zones really, so that's what I'd rather see in this sort of situation. GJ starting to pull back, but again, there's nothing there for me on GJ. Oh, you're in Sydney? Yeah. Don't know if you like Sydney. I don't like Melbourne. Big cities, man. It's a pain in the ass. Traffic is a nightmare. Too many people about. It's warmer there though, so you're lucky. Silver Fox, 14 degrees in London now. Better than what it is here. Gold's rejecting, but there is no confirmation for me. 15-minute, starting to look okay. Yeah, it's, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of, because we're in a city. I mean, not in a CBD, but we're just in the outer suburbs, not far from the CBD. Very close to a lot of the entertainment complex, like the beach and that. In St Kilda, that's a pretty popular area here. We're like 5-minute drive, 10-minute drive from there. So you get a bit of riff-raff around. 5-minute bearish engulfing. If I was to try for 5-minute, what I want to see is, you got this support just here. So I'd want to see it do something like this. Pop below that support, close below it. I used to trade gold for 5-minute, purely off the 5-minute. I used to get wrecked, completely wrecked, and I actually stopped trading gold for probably about a year after it. And I realized if I just trade it as I normally would trade any currency pair, it should work because it works for the currency pairs. I just actually need to be strict with it and wait, because I got caught up with the, you know, the what people say, and it's true, gold does move in more volume. So I thought, all right, so if that's the case, then why wait for the 30-minute? Get involved in the 5-minute. Look for the cows in the 5-minute. But it just got me destroyed too often. Maybe now I'd be better at it, but still, I'm not going to change something that's not broke. I'm just going to stick with what I do because it works. So for me, I don't trade it based off the 5-minute. I can use the 5 minutes out of confluence once I have what I want to see happen on a 30 or on a 15 minimum, but I would not just sell it based off a 5-minute candle. Rick, you're going to short? Okay. Well, again, you just got to follow your plan. So once again, I wish you guys the best. I am not an evil person. I want everyone to do well. Everyone. There's no point being a prick. So even the other streamers, good luck to them. I just wish I had some of their viewers come across, and eventually I will. But yeah, but I've got nothing bad to say about him. I don't know any of them to talk shit about him. $23.36 entry point. All right, so are you already in? Go to your truck driver. Oh man, in Sydney, it'd be the same as Melbourne. Melbourne traffic is a nightmare. It is just a joke. We have a warehouse about, if you were to go really early in the morning before the school traffic, that it would take you like 15 minutes to get there. It took me on Monday morning I actually timed it 57 minutes to get there. It was a nightmare being stuck in the traffic. It's literally like a few suburbs away. I'm like, oh, because the traffic's just shit house. They're constantly fixing roads, but it doesn't seem to help. Adding lanes and shit like that. There's more traffic, that's all. Just encourages more people to drive instead of take public transport, and I would never take public transport. Not that I'm not too good for it, I just hate it. I absolutely despise it. I understand why people do take it, but it's just not me. I hate it. Not being on public transport, other than overseas, of course, but in Australia for God knows, maybe 15 years. I won't even have any idea how to actually ticketing system works these days. Why is my drawings gone? Okay, I'm back. All right, so normally this would be a nice catalyst. Bullish engulfing on the M30. That's a tick for a buy, but it's in a massive downtrend right now. The bias is to the downside right now. I'm not just going to take it off the back of one candle. So once again, what I normally would be looking for is the limit order back in the high of that bearish candle. Or you could use the fib 50% level. But I'm not taking it because it's just one candle against a drop of, let's just measure it. So from today anyway, open is just here. Drop of 150 pips basically. And this is basically the strongest catalyst you've had yet throughout the day. That's same here. What with the buy on GJ, or are you talking about the traffic? Mr. Phil looking for GU buys with 4-hour close confirmation. Yep, that looks good. I like it. Do you want a link, Mr. Phil, by the way? Sorry, I was going to ask before, but I forgot. I'm not sure if you want to jump on. I'll send you one anyway. I'll send it to you on Discord. Actually, I don't even have you as a contact on there. I know you're in the actual group, the community group. If you want to jump on, man, just send me a DM on Discord and I'll share with you a link. No problem. Goats, UJ. We had a quick look at it before because I wanted to see if it was a yen thing. Yen strength, that's why everything was dumping against it, which obviously it is. So UJ is bouncing off of our support. What confirmations are there? All right, so this is similar to GJ. You've got a catalyst just here, and this is an even better catalyst. This is really nice. You've got, and this is, we're taking this setup on stream many times, and I touch wood, but it's been a winner every single time we've taken it. What you've got here is, first of all, you got the 30-minute closing bullish. Second of all, it's tapped into this 4-hour zone. Third, it's closed back above it, long wick to the downside, suggesting it's grabbed liquidity from the downside. Then one of the strongest catalysts amongst it all, number 4, bullish engulfing M15. Ties it all in to give it a high probability that it's going to head up on the following candle, which it is currently doing. So that is a nice catalyst. That could be a potential entry, but a bit late. So right now, what I want to see is similar to GJ, because it's been a strong move to the downside. A little bit of resistance form. Price begin to close above the resistance. High, low, high, high. There's your entry. But that's a catalyst right there. Notice how always going down to the different time frames just to see what's going on within, to gather as much confluence as I can. And look at that. That is absolutely perfect. About the traffic, yeah, Sydney will be a nightmare, just like Melbourne is. 2 biggest cities in the country. What is it? It's like almost half the population reside in both Melbourne and Sydney combined. I think it is half. Gold break even short. At least you called it, brother. I respect that. I really do. And someone calls it. And now it's moving, so it happens. A small position, that's all right. The strong confirmation for me would be if this candle closed very strong bearish, engulfing at that point, like by the time it closes, probably engulfing this 30-minute, and then for the next 15-minute candle to close a weak bullish candle. Like so, because what that will provide is a weak support below this previous swing point. We're respecting structure on the M30. We've got a strong bearish closure. The next candle, as it creates lower high, lower low, the high probability it will head back down to retest the current daily candle's low. As it begin to break the low of the previous M30, you're not only breaking the low of the previous M30, breaking the low of that bullish pause at that level. A lot of lag on my end here. Taking a while for the drawings to pop up the charts. And MY session yesterday as well, guys, for the members, right at the beginning, we called a really nice win on gold as well. There was only a few on the stream. I was very happy that Archer, when you watched its back, I was very happy you took it before you even joined, and as to be expected, seeing I do coach you. That was a really nice entry. We called that on the MY call. For a quick 11 or 12 pips to go up to before it pulled back. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. My screen, or my gold chart anyway. Here we go. Now it's back. Cody, good morning to you. Rick, is there a Telegram just group where people from the stream share trades? There's the Discord group, bro. You're more than welcome to send in your before and afters. You're more than welcome. What I've mentioned there, I wish more people would do it. Hold themselves accountable. Yeah, just I sent a link into the chat a bit. If you scroll back a bit, but also in the description below, you'll find a link to the Discord group. So I'm surprised you're not in there. I'm sure you're in there, aren't you? Yeah, make sure to join it. Discord, it's for free, so I do encourage all of you to get involved. Send in charts, analysis, ask questions. You get access to MY live call every Tuesday and Wednesday. And if I have the time, sometimes Thursday, but it just depends because I'm up early every Friday. And it is late for me here in Melbourne, MY. Reject the weekly open. Yep, so I did pull back again. Did mention it could do so. Then good call. Leverage I use in gold, it's just 1 to 30. That's all I've got here in Oz. But that's fine. That's all you need. Shouldn't be really over risky anyway. The only thing that I don't like about that, sometimes there are occasions where I want to place an order both on gold or GJ. And if that's to be the case, I have to literally go half the lot size, or half of my normal position size to take an entry on both. It's not really worth it, to be honest. That's the only thing, but you shouldn't be over leveraging anyway. Because once again, it's all about habits, creating good habits, because if and when you get the chance to trade bigger funds, more capital, trust me, you'll be in such a better state, better way to do so once you've created some really strong, solid habits when it comes to, even if it's trading on a demo account to begin with, or just a small account. I always suggest to the guys that I coach, I think it's of more benefit if you were to actually to start up on a small live account and forward test, because you still get the feeling that being involved in a trade, that emotion and emotional aspect behind it. I got a feeling I know who's seen those love hearts in. I think it could be the lovely lady. If it is, hope you're well. I'll speak to you shortly. It must be. I'm a lucky man, guys. Got a beautiful girlfriend. She is an absolute sweetheart. Yeah, so it's all about practicing good habits, in all honesty. That's what you gotta do now, because when you do have access to the funds, you're gonna be, again, prepared, and you just react to your cues. That's all you do. That is all you do. React. Alright, so the 15 is not engulfing, that 30. Not a bad closure though. BJ bouncing. Are you dropping? Are you probably dropping as well? Oh, I wonder if a robot would have secured profit. $34 on stream. Not great, is it? You guys rock though. Get into the short again. Alright, as long as you're sticking to your plan, but again, don't overtrade. Worst thing you can do now is start to create some bad habits. Because there's going to be days you get away with it, and there's going to be days you get absolutely destroyed by it. And usually the days we get destroyed outweigh the days that you get lucky. So if it's in accordance to your plan, by all means, I'm happy you're reacting to your plan. But if it's out of maybe frustration and boredom and emotion, and yeah, maybe you just need to take a step back sometimes. But again, just being honest, I'm not don't take it the wrong way. Close M15 below the open. Okay. Yep, below the weekly open. All right, so that's reacting to your plan. That's fine then, as long as you're reacting to your plan. So how are you looking to manage this? Have you got, where's your stop loss first of all? Stop loss 23.3850. Okay, yep. So above the swing. Should be safe at that point there. If it was to continue bearish, it has no need to break that level. Yep, that's fair enough. I do the same sometimes. But I don't like how it's not going down faster. Yeah, it's still, so it's a 15. Let's look at the hourly. If this hourly closes back a week bullish candle, you should be right. But if it closes back closer to its high, then the new candle might just create a lower wick and begin to break above it, and then it's not going to look good at that point. The fact that 15 doesn't have a lower wick, there's a good chance it still could come down and create that wick. At that point there, you're going to be looking pretty good. Yep, that's it. What you can do. Wait and see. Gbpjpy 23.31. Okay, that level there. Fair value gaps? No. I'm sort of aware of them, but I don't know if I've got it right, to be honest, but no, I don't. Usually take the middle. Oh, okay. What time frame though? What time frame do you look at? $5 All right. So I don't know if I'm correct here, but would that be that correct? Well, wouldn't that be the fair value gap? Yeah, I have no idea. Well, that's it, isn't it? That's literally right in the middle of that point there. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. It's one of those things, guys, like I'm aware of it, I know it, but I don't trade it because I don't need to, because what I do works for me. So when people mention it, yeah, I have full respect. If you can make it work for you, fantastic. But for me, I don't bother because I don't need to. Normally at 5 minutes, send you a pic. Oh, okay. You're welcome to send charts into the chat. The only thing is you can't send a full link. It won't let you. It won't show up on my end. You have to send the code at the end of it. So you camera, open a new tab, and you just copy and paste that code at the end into the chat. Simple. Otherwise, make sure to jump into the Discord and send it into that. You're more than welcome. You send it into IG, do you? I'll have to look it on my phone. I don't actually have the app on my PC. Don't think so anyway. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, once again, I'm sort of like, I'm aware of it, but I just don't trade it. It's not for me. Right, so the hourly is about to close. Looks like it's closing weak bullish candle. Probably just depends where his 15-minute closes. Rick, so the middle of this fair value gap has also matched up with the M15 order block on the left. Yep, over here. No. Or down. Over here. So we're just going to wait and see where gold closes. You can now adjust this zone down as well, guys. Probably wanting corporate lows. What have we got to the left? All right. You have 3 same lot size positions. All right, so you enter it 3 different areas. So I take TP1 and put the rest to break him. Okay. Yeah, I just close partials personally, but I can understand that. I used to actually do that. TP2 is the main, TP3 is the... Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. It's always good to have like a longer shot, just in case. Alright, so there could be an option to sell gold. Could be. This M15 closes weak bearish. New candle opens, creates a upper wick and begins to break that candle's low. You got 30-minute closing bearish as well. Lower low, lower high to previous M30. Likely going to create that if you break low of this candle. Bro, EJ. It's just bouncing off. That was the move. So probably similar to UJ. So I'm assuming UJ made the move that we spoke about. You got really nice colors there. Perfect. Exact same colors as UJ to buy it. Right now you just need to wait. You should have been in that point if you were to be in it. Would I have taken it against the trend? Yeah, I'll close below the weekly as well. Yep. Alright, so gauge your strength. You can use the fib. It's closed below to 50, so it's a weak bullish candle. That means potential trades as it breaks the low. That could be your option. Now, I'm personally done for today, so I'm happy with the win, but that's what I'd be looking at. You've got 30-minute closing bearish. The hourly is still a bit off-putting because really looking at the hourly, it's a weak bullish candle. But as long as we remain above it, then it still could come back up to fill that wick and break the high of it. However, if it breaks low of it, we've got clean traffic to the left, clean counter to the left. It's likely to come back down further. What I would say is it is there open from the alley though, so it could create a decent upper wick. But usually when you see candle closing as is, with long wick from the upside, closing below 50% from bottom to top to bottom, likely the following candle is not going to need to make such an upper wick before, if it is to continue to downside, break low of that minor pause. So if it does, I don't think it's as probable from experience. Doesn't mean it won't make the move or can't make the move. Yeah, I'll close tiny bit above. Yep. Yeah, so that would be a potential option if it respects the high of that candle. DJ doing GJ things right now. It's bouncing, so still no confirmation to buy it. You still haven't had a leg down. You've had a pullback, which is good. So this now makes the buys, gives me more confidence if I was to consider buying it moving forward. You may even have the 4 hour closing back bullish at this rate. So if that's to be the case, and then we pull back to create a high low, I'd look to buy it from the high low. Look for the right confirmations of support for me. And then look for your option to potentially buy it. Because at least in that point there, you've created that higher high, higher low. We're likely going to pop back up to retest the high, potentially create a higher high if we were to make it to pull back off this strong level of support. So that's what I would be looking at moving forward on GJ. Sells, still all about sells though. So if it does finally retest this zone at 199.60 with 620, which it looks like it's about to do so, I'd just be looking for reaction to it, rejection, and wait for my signals. So if it does form a little bit of minor support below that level, even on the 15-minute, you correlate with a nice strong M30 closure back below it, then that would be a nice option to sell it. That is the GJ. Gold, I mean, that's the present option right now, but otherwise I'd still wouldn't mind it popping back up higher for potential rejection of 23.39 roughly to sell it from that point there. Otherwise, if it does just consolidate now, I'm close to pre-MY, starts to close below it, it's likely going to head back down to retest the current daily candles low. Below that level there, going to be options to sell it as well. And buys for me at this rate, not going to come until it starts popping above 23.40. The resistance formed at the current daily candles high. If we were to continue bearish, we should have no need really to pull back and break and close above. If we do, we're likely heading up back up to 23.44 roughly. Today's goal, and that's about it. I think I'm gonna call it personally. Eno, hope you're doing good. Keep your good work. You think 15 close low on gold, good confirmation. The 15-minute close below would be fantastic. I hope you're well. Yeah, that would be the stronger confirmation. 100% closure below. And then you got the option to look for limit order back at low of that bullish candle. If it's a strong close below, that's probably what I'd be doing, looking for the limit order. Or you can take it as it breaks low of that strong bearish closure. Either or. I think that's a good idea. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna get cracking. I'm gonna go have some dinner. It's after 6 p.m. Yeah, a few things to do before tomorrow. Yeah, so if you have not done so, if you could hit like button, it'd be much appreciated. I appreciate you all for joining, Franco, as always, brother.
Yeah, thank you, man. See you tomorrow.
Go well, and yeah, let me know how you go if you do trade into the rest of today. I'll chat to you later, bro.
Yeah, I will look, yeah.
Cheers. Bye, mate.
Bye.
And to the YouTube, tomorrow I'll be on from about 7:30 a.m. UK time. So if you have not done so, make sure to subscribe, hit that little bell. And if you don't get the notification, just know I'll be on around 7:30 a.m. So be on the lookout. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Well done today. Nice trade on gold. It's been a cracking week, 3-0. Let's look to see if we can continue it moving forward tomorrow. Until then, guys, do take care. Trade safe. I'll chat to you in the Discord. Take care, guys. Bye for now.